You've probably heard by now that the latest Residex numbers has Chennai seeing a jump of over 249% in property prices since 2007. This while prices in other southern markets like Hyderabad and Bangalore, according to Residex at least, have seen little or no appreciation. Now, a price polarization of this nature has got us questioning if there's something wrong with the way these calculations are made. Is there a long pending overhaul in methodology that the Residex must employ in rating our property markets? Here's Jude Sannith trying to get to the bottom of it all.
For over 7 years now, the National Housing Bank's Residex has been the go-to index to gauge the health of our housing markets. With 26 cities covered, Residex has provided price data in not just India's property markets, but some major micro-markets within these cities. Even as a proposed extension of the index to 63 cities is currently being worked on, some concerns about Residex continue to persist. Some critics of the Residex say that the rating index is far from accurate simply because it does not include emerging real estate corridors. Let's take a look at Chennai as a case in point. Chennai's Residex graph is divided into 10 zones, each of which comprises of localities like Adyar, Nungambakkam and Ananagar, localities that are by no means considered emerging real estate corridors. And it's common knowledge by now that no estimate of real estate can be complete without including growth corridors and suburbs, those micro markets which play host to a bulk of present-day residential development. Developers agree that the absence of emerging micro-markets on the Residex chart is reason enough to look at alternatives for accurate on-ground pricing.
If you look at Chennai market, the last point they have taken is only Thiruvanmiyur and Krompet. But if you look at the entire supply side as of now, 70-80% is beyond that market only. There is no mention about OMR. There is nothing about Tambram, there is nothing about Pallikaranai or Medavakkam.
Surely enough, localities like Sholinganallur and Porur in Chennai, with nearly 14 million square feet under development, are missing on the Residex map. Then there's the classic Hyderabad example, a city that has borne the brunt of poor Residex numbers, when in reality, prices here paint a different picture.
In 3 to 4 years, the prices have doubled. And very difficult to digest that the market has been stagnating or market has not been moving in the trends what actually the market is reflecting. On ground scenario is quite different.
Evidently, coverage and accuracy of Residex numbers have become major talking points. When contacted, top officials of the National Housing Bank declined to comment on the Residex's functioning. But speaking exclusively to NDTV, former NHB chairman R.V. Verma conceded that coverage issues in emerging micro-markets did crop up occasionally, a concern addressed only during a process of review. Verma also pointed out that a process of quote-unquote rezoning is normally taken up to include these emerging corridors. Going forward, Residex still remains India's most followed source in gauging property prices, but some serious revisions on coverage, sample sizes and zoning could be the key to greater accuracy. In Chennai, with camera persons Edwin and Sukumar, Jude Sannith, NDTV.